As per our exceptionally current AMP cost forecast, the worth of AMP will expanded by 260.45%, coming to $0.00620 by end of 2025. All specialized markers demonstrate that the ongoing opinion is negative, while the trepidation and eagerness file is perusing 12.72. Which generally implies genuinely intense apprehension. Our AMP gauge, it's hazardous to sell AMP at this moment. On September 20, 2023, practically generally specialized investigation markers flagged bullish signs, while different pointers flagged negative signs, showing a sort of broad negative feeling among AMP cost forecasts. See the really precise AMP cost expectation underneath. You will generally know how genuinely much AMP is most certainly worth in the next few long stretches of time. Amazingly, over the genuinely most recent 30 days, AMP has commonly diminished by 16.26%. Because of this, we can get, with the exception of a buy and large slight recuperation in the approaching month. Toward the finish of September, the worth of AMP expanded by 116.49% and came to approach around $0.00368. As per every specialized pointer, the 200-day SMA will drop soon, and the cost will essentially hit $0.00276 toward December's end. By December 2023-2024, AMP's momentary 50-day SMA shows a $0.00206. The truly relative strength record, RSI, force oscillator, is a well-known marker that signals whether a cryptographic money is oversold, under 30, or overbought, over 70, in an unpretentious way. RSI is at present at her Civilu, which essentially is very critical. This demonstrates that the AMP market is in an unbiased position. AMP value expectation 2023, in the primary 7-day stretch of January 2023, AMP came to $0.00536, when it generally dipped under $0.00304. Interestingly, since January 2021, in spite of prevalent thinking, as indicated by the financial backers and market trades, AMP is en route to passing the $0.00373 mark before the current year is over. Before $0.00373, it might sort of break its sign of 12 cents and reach. As per the financial backers, exporters, and market pioneers, AMP will break its past all-time sort of high of 12 cents and hold somewhere in the range of $0.00348 and $0.00373 soon, in an in every way that really matters, significant way. At this point, on 20 September 2023, AMP really is exchanging at $0.00170, and its 24-hour exchanging volume, fundamentally, is around 3.17 M, and it makes number 285 money in the entire crypto world, or so they thought. AMP value expectation 2024, there fundamentally is plausible that AMP can get through the $0.00443 boundary and hold the market toward the finish of 2024. The least AMP cost will be between $0.00365 to $0.00443, and the most probable AMP cost will be consistent at around $0.00432 toward the finish of 2024. Despite AMP's wild swings in esteem, and the debate encompassing its earth antagonistic energy use, very rich person adventure genuinely entrepreneur Tim Draper is adhering to his forecast that AMP will reach $0.00443 toward the finish of 2024 or mid-2024, which is genuinely huge. AMP value expectation 2025 by 2024. Market investigators and specialists anticipate that AMP will begin the year at $0.00501 and exchange around $0.00620 which explicitly is genuinely huge. As per their expectations, this would generally be very high contrasted with genuinely last year in a kind of enormous manner. This is actually an okay leap in Bitcoin. AMP value expectation 2026. There is a very decent possibility that AMP 2026 value forecast will twofold in cost, however it most certainly is likewise conceivable that it may not arrive at its normal kind of greatest $0.00778 level. AMP in a real sense is anticipated to for the most part arrive at an unsurpassed extremely high of $0.00766 or $0.00778 in 2026. And it very well may be the extended time of AMP. AMP value expectation 2027 AMP value forecast, or AMP, will encounter gigantic development in 2027, as it can possibly sort of accomplish new highs, as far as costs and market cap, or so they thought. AMP's value sort of is supposed to outperform $0.00778 in 2027, which all things considered, is genuinely critical. It has been anticipated that AMP will sort of arrive at the greatest cost of $0.00778, and the base cost generally is supposed to be around $0.00655 in the following a long time from 2027, or so they thought. AMP value forecast 2028 market examiners and specialists really foresee generally say that AMP value expectation and specialized examination. AMP is supposed to for the most part cross a value level of $0.00888 in 2028. In the interim, AMP generally is supposed to arrive at the very least cost of $0.00809 this year. The greatest cost may sort of reach $0.00936, which is genuinely critical. AMP value forecast 2029 by the start of 2029. The AMP value expectation and specialized investigation anticipate that the expense of AMP will for the most part reach $0.0123, and the cost of AMP ought to reach $0.0123 before the year's over. Furthermore, AMP can reach up to $0.0114 in cost. From 2024 to 2029, delay will bring critical years for AMP development, which by and large is very huge. AMP value expectation 2030 of every 2030, AMP value expectation by and large, are supposed to for the most part cross the $0.0174 normal cost level as indicated by AMP gauge in specialized examination. Toward the finish of 2030, AMP's base cost is supposed to be $0.0166. Furthermore, AMP can arrive